you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Listen, happy Friday, first of all, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful, safe, prosperous, happy weekend. But there's no change without you. You got a part to play in this. And so many people are afraid and sitting on the sidelines wishing this away. This is a situation where people gonna have to roll up their sleeves, man, and get involved. This is because ain't no place safe. No place is safe, man. And I don't care how much money you got or how broke you are. No place is safe. So stop sitting on the sidelines watching. Get involved. And even if you are afraid to get on the front line yourself, you can support somebody that's on the front line. And see, right now, good people, are afraid of other good people. That's why the situation is in a dire, extreme state that it's in, because good people are afraid of other good people. And that's what we need to change. Good people. And see, notice, I didn't say white people, didn't say black people, didn't say Asian people. I said good people. Because they are good and bad in every nationality. Let me say that again. See, there's good and bad in every nationality. Man, when for all of you Christians, when God come back, God ain't coming back for white folk or black folk. God coming back for righteous folk, good people, who's walking the straight and narrow. That's who God coming back for. And the color of your skin ain't got nothing to do with it. But see, we have been convinced that race is the problem. Race ain't the problem. Good versus evil is the problem. And we act like we don't see that. And it's a shame that so many good people are scared. We see, listen, you can only learn from your mistakes. Let me say that again. You can only learn from your mistakes. You can't learn from sitting on your butt doing nothing. You learn from getting out here doing something. And it's amazing that so many good people are afraid to give other people a chance so they can see who's who. See, as long as you sitting back, don't want to give nobody a chance, ain't nothing gonna change. But you're gonna have to give somebody a chance. Now, who, well, Truth Conductor, who deserved that chance? The person that's not scared to speak up. That's who deserved that chance. When you see somebody that's not afraid, because right now everything is fear-based. You know, they want you to spend money based on your fears. They want you to vote based on your fears. Think about it. Right now, every decision they trying to get you to make is fear-based. It's fear-based. And a lot of us are falling for that. A lot of us are participating in that. And it's wrong. It's wrong. So, you know, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. uh, the only thing I can do is to keep putting one foot in front of the other, like I've been doing, you know, and doing my part, and just believing that it's gonna work out because I'm doing my part. I'm on the front line. You realize, see, if my ego was guiding me, man, I'd have been through the towel end. If it was my ego, man, in fact, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years, going on 5. Next year would be 5 years that I have not seen or touched my wife. But look at what I've accomplished. And see, a lot of folk would say, but you living in a hotel. But the fact is, I created something. I did get out here and create something. Regardless to its success or not, I created it. And so many of y'all are afraid to even try to create. But you condemn those who ain't. And again, look at how they got us not trusting each other. See, here's the problem, y'all. People are genuinely lazy. They don't want to separate the baby from the bathwater. They just want to throw the baby and the bathwater out. If you're going to throw out the bathwater, take the baby out. And right now, everybody's throwing the baby out with the bathwater because they don't want to distinguish who's who. People don't want to say, man, that's a good person. I like what they're doing. We ain't going to agree on everything, y'all. We are not going to agree on everything. And them people that tell you, oh, see, that's how come I can't support you. They wasn't going to support you anyway because they discovered something that you did wrong or something that they didn't agree with. So they want to use that as the excuse not to support you. They weren't going to do it anyway. They just trying to throw some shit up in your face, make you come chasing after them, begging for their support. You ain't got to beg nobody for their support. Either they going to support you or they ain't. It's just that simple. And I think for me, the distressing part is that I know I can get out here and go negative and get paid. I know that. I know I can go out here and go negative. If I had on this sign right here, if I had "Let's Go Brandon," which means F Joe Biden, I wouldn't even be in this hotel, man. I'd have me a new truck, a new place, because I get money overnight, man. I get rich overnight for coming out here going negative. And look, I'm going positive. And look at the struggles I had for trying to be positive. Okay? All right? So don't give in to the temptation either. Man, there are plenty of times I would sometimes come up here and say, damn, I need some money. Maybe I should do this. Don't give in to that temptation. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep walking the straight and narrow. All right? Because that wide road that everybody else is on is not the way. That's the easy way. Those are the followers. Okay? Those are the followers. And see, that's another thing, another way how you can determine who's who. The people that are on the front line, are they following somebody else or are they leading? You should be able to determine the difference. Well, how you know the difference? Because that follower is going along to get along. Whatever the popular opinion is, that's what they're going to support. That person that's leading is the one that's blazing the path. See, they outside the box. Them followers are going to stay inside the box. They ain't going to get out and try nothing different. They ain't going to say nothing. They ain't going to speak up. They're not going to get involved. They're not going to criticize. They're going to go along to get along. So who you following? Because you're following somebody. Right now, whether you want to believe it or not, you are following somebody. Who is it? You know, is it the person that's got you scared? That's got you afraid to trust? That's got you afraid to believe? You following somebody right now, whether you realize it or not. Because if you are afraid, if you don't trust, somebody instilled that in you. Somebody planted that in you. And that's who you listening to. Because most folk don't want to trust their own intuition. And that's sad, man. I think that's the travesty of this whole thing is a lot of people don't even trust themselves. And now you see why they won't give nobody else a chance, because they don't trust themselves. So consequently, ain't nobody else got a rat's chance in hell. Okay? So listen, I got an interesting day today. I missed Giuliani at the court. I left too soon. Doggone it. And I thought he was gone. And he was still up in there. So I missed him. So I'm still going to the White House today. And I'm going to keep watching my phone so that when the verdict come down, because they're going to give him a chance to get back to the court. So maybe I can jump on the subway and get down to the courthouse before I got somebody I can text to make sure. So ain't no change without you, man. And if you don't want to get involved, things are going to stay the same. You don't want to participate, things going to stay the same. And aren't you tired? And what boggles my mind is what you're doing ain't working. Because if it was working, crime wouldn't be out of control. If it was working. Yet, you're afraid to give something new a chance. And what you got ain't working. That's how they got us. You're scared to give something new a chance because what is, and they getting paid. See, all these elected officials, these police, all these policemen, they getting paid and crime is out of control. And they getting some of the highest salaries in the country. And crime is out of control. They ain't got no answers. And all I'm saying is, man, show these kids how they can be a part of this society without having to be a part of the criminal justice system. That they ain't got to go out here and do nothing stupid to try to make ends meet. And it's amazing, man, that coming up with a positive, and see, and that's the discouraging part on my behalf is, I'm saying, man, give me a chance. Just help me be successful so that I can show them this works. Just help me be successful, and so I can show them this work. You ain't got to sell dope. You ain't got to get out here and carjack. Take some of this history that's money that's just dying on the vines and use it. All over the country, man, we got black history that's just dying on the vines. That's money going to waste. And yet, These kids are going buck wild crazy. And you don't want to challenge them with their own history. See, what you are challenging them with now ain't working. It ain't working because they ain't listening. But man, let's go ahead and see that if I give them some knowledge about who they are and where they came from, would they have a different ideology? Will they have a different mindset? Because this is what we're fighting now is mindsets. And the people, and I'm talking about people with money, sitting back watching. I'm talking about people with money sitting back watching. Won't lift one finger to try to intercede. But yet, you still getting rich off these very people that you won't even try to intercede. You won't even try. And that's the travesty, man. That is the travesty. But see, when a person like me, you clout chasing. You clout? No, I ain't clout chasing, man. I'm trying to put a solution on the table. See, where is the? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. If I was clout chasing, I show you right there, man. I ran for mayor of DC in '94. That's 30 years ago. And I'm still on the stage trying to make a difference. I'm still out here trying. Here, man, I was a street vendor fighting corruption in the police department, and they told me I was lying. That's why I ran for mayor. I told the guy, so man, if I got to run for mayor to tell this story, I will. Didn't have no money, no organization, got about 195 votes too. First time out the box. So was I clout chasing then? And I'm still on the stage, man, trying to say, hey, come on. Let's do this for 29 years. I've been talking about how black kids, black young men have 29 years ago had their own. You see what I'm saying? Good morning, David. How you doing, man? And see, and let's talk about this. Because the criminal justice system is the only system where slavery is still legal. Let me say that again. The criminal justice system is the only system where slavery is still legal. And who makes up the majority of the prison population? Black and brown people. They still enslaved. Look at our young men, these rappers, gotta go out, go to jail, and come out with street cred. Now, and they don't know when you go to jail, you're a slave. So you gotta come out here, commit a crime, to go into a situation where you're a slave, and then you come out a hero. You're gonna come out a hero. I remember when I was driving a bus, you always had these young black men that would jump on a bus with a wristband. Brother, I just got out. Can I get a ride? You saying that like you got pride. There was a time in Washington, D.C., and I'm sure in the rest of the world, when going to jail was a badge of honor. See, that's how screwed up we are, that going to jail is a badge of honor. What's going on, gamer? Okay? Going to jail, not going to college, not bettering yourself, but going to jail is a badge of honor. What's going on, game? Everything good, brother. It's a badge of honor. That's how twisted we are. And these are our children that are glamorizing being negative to get ahead. And yet we're not trying to show them no other way. We ain't trying to show them no other way. Only thing we're showing them is to be glamorized with this negativity. And you can make it. But to be positive, to be a part of the solution, to put a solution on the table, people want to demonize you. They want to talk about you. You know, they want to discredit you because you're trying. Can't have no change without you, man. And if you don't play your part, ain't nothing ever gonna change. It's gonna stay the same. All right. I'm getting out here. See, look. Let me show you. I got my little sign with me today. I'm gonna take that as well because when I jump on the subway to go down to the courthouse, that's the one I'm gonna use. But you know, yesterday was it wasn't a waste because I got a chance to interview this girl, Anarchy Princess, who is like the queen of Capitol Hill, man. She be giving them people hell on Capitol Hill. I like her grit. I like her grit. I like how she be getting at them. And so I did an interview with her yesterday. Let me show you how, man, this interview has gotten, let me see how many views this thing got already. Come on here, where we at? It's then got 3,300 views since yesterday on Twitter, on X. I did this matter of fact, hold on a second. Y'all be trying to be nosy, like, oh, let me see what's in the background. No, you ain't gonna see nothing. Let me see how I can do this. Here we go. All right, X. Here we go. What's going on? Look who I found at the courthouse. Anarchy Princess. Man, the queen of Capitol Hill. Sister, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm holding down Judiciary Square right now, but I guess Giuliani left, so just gonna see who else decides to show their ugly head out here.
Wow. So what motivates you to do what you do?
Well, so I guess probably people have been, bullying me and in charge of my life for so long. And when I broke out of that cycle, I just decided to start speaking out against anybody who was repressing me, essentially. And it started when I was in Virginia with my local sheriff's department. And then Roe v. Wade happened, and they wanted to control my body. And then at the same time, all this stuff started popping up in DC. So, the people that at J6, they have this agenda. They want their way or the highway, and their highway takes away my rights. So I decided to just start showing up and yelling at them. And from the J6ers, I discovered Peter Navarro and Rudy Giuliani and all of these people. And I'm just trying to get the word out that they're garbage, and also tell everyone else that they can do this too. Like, we don't have to sit around and let these fucking old white guys be in charge of our lives. Like, if we don't like it, we're gonna stand up and we're gonna fucking tell them we don't like it.
So Naki, what's the biggest lesson you learned of doing this?
The biggest lesson I've learned is that all of these people are psychopaths, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to win. And if that's lying, stealing, physically assaulting you, they're gonna do it. So just because someone is all powerful like Peter Navarro, he's still gonna try to assault a girl for standing up against him. So these people are crazy, like absolutely crazy. That's one thing I've heard.
Do you ever fear for your safety?
I used to in the beginning, but now it happens so frequently that, first of all, most of it is just empty threats and nobody actually does anything. But I'm just conditioned to it anymore. They don't scare me. They don't bother me. If they want to assault me or threaten me, then they're just going to end up in jail and dig their own hole. So go for it. I don't care.
Wow, because this is the guy that assaulted you with the flagpole down here. The same day I was here with Peter Navarro.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had court the other day. He was charged with sexual abuse, and so he was offered a plea, and he comes back on like January 11th to take that plea or not. But he'll get 180 days of suspended time, a year of probation, and he assaulted me because Peter Navarro's staff asked him to like keep him away from me because I kept messing with
right.
So they plotted this little thing with that guy who goes by Jericho and this other guy, Freedom Express Media, and I guess his goal was to like keep me out of the shot, and he ends up sexually assaulting me with a flagpole. But I was hesitant about pressing charges because nothing ever happens in DC, right? Like,
right.
You can get away with murder, literally. And his group that he associates with had constantly assaulted me and gotten away with it. So I was happy to see that the park police actually went through with this, and the court system went through with this, and he is going to be held accountable. And just like all these motherfuckers, like they've just gotten away with shit for so long. Like it's time to set a precedent.
Now, what message would you send George Santos? And I got and the other guy too. Let's talk about Santos.
So
let's talk about Santos first.
George Santos.
Yes.
I will move to New York and I will run for your former seat because I am from New York. I am that petty. I will take your position, and you will be worse than Carol Baskins, and you might end up in prison, but you're a snitch, so probably not. So anyway, when I get into power, I'm going to just laugh at you and make sure you never work in politics again. And Vishbura, you have small dick energy. My God. And you are such a fucking idiot.
And that was his press secretary or
his director of operations.
Director of operations.
You thought, like, I've seen your text messages, bro, of how you were so broke and you apologized to everyone that you had to take these jobs with these people. Like, you knew you were doing wrong, but you attached on their crimes, and now you're going to suffer for it. You will end up in jail, Vishbura. You will. And I'll see you at court.
Wow. Wow, the Queen of Capitol Hill. Y'all heard it here first. Okay? This is the Queen of Capitol Hill. Anaki, thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you so very much. All right? All right. Let me get out of here. Bye. There you go, man. See, I saw her down at the courthouse. I mean, she's on social media. So I just decided to interview her. Now, and I'm going, because we done got so much response from this, we're going to have to follow it up with a follow-up. All right? But that's just, ain't no change without you, man. You got to get involved. And you have to stop being afraid to encourage each other, to uplift each other, to promote each other. That's a problem. All right? See y'all, man. Have a good weekend. Oh, tomorrow I will be doing Saturday in Proverbs. Again, tomorrow. I'll be back for Saturday in Proverbs, okay? Because, I don't do tours on Saturday. That's my day of rest. Okay? All right. See you later.